So a little more content on the 143 drift chassis. This is my R34 version that I painted blue. But take a look at this. I've got the diffuser unscrewed off. Look at how this almost like acts like a suspension. The reason that is because I've got some wires in here and they're putting tension on the chassis. So what I inadvertently found out is when I put this on, and forgive me for the terrible footage, I'm trying to hold the camera with one hand between my legs. All right, so this is tightened down all the way. Doesn't move in the back. Front, we got suspension. But because there's some tension on the chassis pushing it down from the wires, if I loosen this like a few turns, so it's a little bit loose, see that? You basically have a little bit of suspension. So what that tells me is that you could potentially, here's my idea for a cheap way to get a little bit of suspension action on the back of this car. What you could do is Dremel this down a little further, about like 3 or 4 millimeters. Put in some sort of substance here that's a little bit squishy, so that when this that sits here, hold on, I can't get this thing in. All right, where that sits there, it would normally sit like lower or deeper in, but you got some sort of squishy material to kind of make it, kind of give it some travel. And then this would almost be like a droop. This would just prevent it from coming back too much, but you've got a little wiggle room inside to have a little bit of suspension. I'm gonna try it with the Porsche. This was sheer dumb luck because I got some wires in there kind of creating some tension. Here it is, nice and stiff. Here, I'm gonna lower this so you can see it. Nice and stiff, no movement. Front has movement, rear no movement. And so now, sorry, I'm trying to like literally hold the tripod between my legs and do this. So now I'm gonna loosen this a few times. 1, 2, 3. So it's got a little bit of play. So now we got a little bit of suspension. Look at that. And that should smooth it out when it hits some bumps, and it feels a little soft. So you could probably play around with the material back there and the whole chassis would move a little bit. Isn't that cool? I'll try to drift it later on my hardwood floor and see if there's any improvement with it doing this way with the gyro, but I thought that was cool and I thought I'd share that.